Hey everybody, so today I'm over at Lily Bay State Park up on the shore of Moosehead Lake. It's actually technically in Beaver Cove, Maine, but we're not too far from Greenville, Maine. So I figured great time to give you a quick little tour of the whole campground. This is a big place. There's two rather large loops of campsites, a couple of beaches and other things to see. So we're going to take you through it, and we're going to give you a quick tour. We're going to try to be as quick as we can so this video doesn't end up being too long. We don't need another half an hour campground tour. So we'll try to keep this brief and give you a good look at the campground. We'll start at the beginning as usual. Okay, this is the beginning. The entrance to Lily Bay State Park. The road right here is the road goes between Greenville, Maine and Cocajo, Maine. And then up to the Golden Highway, if you really want to take an adventure up that way. But this is the way in. Bit of a drive into the actual campground. The first thing you come up to is the contact station over here. This is where you check in. You go down this road if you're coming in for the day use area. You take the other road and park to go walk up and talk to them if you're checking in as a campsite. Coming in for one of the campsites, I should say. There. You can also come up here and buy firewood and ice if you need it. They have that for sale here too. So they're friendly people, and they'll get you checked right in. When I came in without a reservation here, I came in. They gave me a map of the place, told me to go pick out an available campsite, and then come back and pay for it. So that's what I did. That's where you get the firewood. Costs us $6 a bundle. Well, not terribly expensive. A little bit more than the Branbury State Park that I started out this adventure in, which was only $5 a bundle. But hey, they've got a bigger crowd of people looking to buy firewood here. Okay, a short ways in, you come up to this little fork in the road here. That road goes down to Rowell Cove, and this one goes to Dunn Point. Each one has its own campground loop on it. Not sure the number of sites on each loop. We'll look that up later and probably put it in the caption on the screen. But we're going to go head down towards Dunn Point because we're going to stop at the campground first, the little public use, the day use area. Kind of neat little beach area and that, and we're going to work our way over towards Rowell Cove from there. And if you're coming in by car right now, you're in for a bit of a drive. It's probably about, I don't know, almost 2 miles down to the public use area from the entrance on the main road there. Also, all fresh new pavement. This was a pretty rough road the last time I was here. After going down a long and winding road, we start coming up on the public beach area, finally. Alright, this is an area that will certainly seem familiar to those who've been watching my channel for a while. I spent winter time here. I've been here in previous falls. I'll probably be coming back later later this evening on another video. This is the public beach area. You got a playground, you got parking. I've seen people launch snowmobiles from down here. Very friendly duckies here. Come by in the evening there, the deer will just start coming roaming out of the forest. Like a magical area over here. Right now though, there's a lot of people. And here's Moosehead Lake. A scene from Dunn Point. The most beautiful parts of Maine. If you haven't been here, you gotta come up here sometime. I really recommend coming up in the fall. You can tell it's a popular place with all the people up here. But it's real nice right now. All the colors and everything else starting to show off here. Definitely a good place to visit. Yeah, a quiet little picnic table over here. Used to be part of the boat launch area here. You can see there's brackets on the ground for that purpose. Looks like they don't use this area for that anymore. Nice little grill tube and everything. And beautiful Moosehead Lake. And there's your boat launch area. Quite busy, so we're not going to go over there and disturb those people. See some nice colors starting to show up in this area here too. And as you can see, the ramps are all up over here. So I can't cross through here very easily. Okay. One last look at the boat launch area. And now we're going to start working our way back and check out Dunn Point Campground. Okay, as we work our way back again, this is the other fork in the road here. That way goes up to Rowell Cove. This one goes down to Dunn Point. So let's go see Dunn Point. And we'll take the trail system through the woods though to get over to Rowell Cove. We'll see some of that scenery too. See why this is such a beautiful park. Who doesn't like to party, right? Let's go join the camping parties. No, they just, this area is only for people at the campground. If you're here for the day use area, you're not allowed to come in here. You're supposed to head over to the, just the day use area and stay there. I'm camping here, so I can come in. So as you first come in here, this is the beginning of the loop. One-way road through here. Dumpsters right at the entrance here, so you get your dumpster, you get your recycling center. Got a place to put cardboard, you got a place to put returnable soda bottles. So it's just returnables, huh? Okay. Interesting. And you start the loop down this way. This stretch here doesn't really have any campsites in it at all. It's just a wooded trail right here. Okay, the first thing you come up to is this little fork in the road here. This road here continues on the campground loop. This one goes up to site 245 in the hiking trail. Now 245 is actually where I am. So I got a perfect little site here right in the corner here all to myself. So take a quick look at my site first before we continue on here. And also we get the hiking trail that goes over to Rowell Cove and other points along the way. It's called Lily Bay Trail. We'll see that a little bit later here. We're going to go finish through the camping loop here before we check that one out. But here's my site. There's Wolf Van Jack. It's my world's tiniest fire pit over here. But it works. Produce plenty of heat, and I'll have it going again tonight. Really comfy chair. My spider plants that come camping with me, at least in the summer months. This will probably be their last trip for the season. And yeah, I got some dirty dishes to clean up and put away yet, but we'll take care of that shortly. So continuing onward here on the loop here. Now we're going to come down to sites 200 through 244. Yes, there's a lot of sites here. So I guess there's 44 sites down in this loop. All the sites down this way, kind of waterfront sites. Another section of hiking sites over here. And a couple of sites there. You want some waterfront sites down this way. A couple of these sites up this way are hiking, a couple of them are not. They're all occupied, so I'm not going to bother going down to there. See, all the waterfront sites are quite well occupied, many of which by bigger RVs. Site 207, and you got the campground host site over here. And noisy squirrels. Site 211. Nice view of the lake from here. More of the park and hike into sites. You get some of the inner loop sites over here. Lots of outhouses spread out around the place, lots of water spigots. Not a bad little campground at all. It's very quiet here, and occasionally you even get deer just wandering through the campsites. Another stretch of hiking trail with a little water spigot over here. Some nice big sites on this side, like 234. Come by with a trailer. Here are the sites to be in if you want to be in some of the more in the woods type sites. 238, 239. Definitely likely to see a lot of deer in that coming through this area. And more water spigots, more outhouses, plenty of facilities here. And we're coming back to the end of the loop again. To the dumpsters and recycling center. And the way back in. So now we're going to head off and take the hiking trail system over to Rowell Cove. Okay, this is Lily Bay Trail. This is the trail that will lead over to the other campground loop, Rowell Campground. It also goes to Merrill's Way. You'll see some scenes of these hiking trails and that in a different one of my video releases, but we'll give you some quick looks as we go along here. We head over to the other campground loop. This is Turtle Point, one of the areas you can access through the hiking trail system. Come down here and get some nice views of the lake. And you come down here, and this time of year, you get the beautiful fall colors. It's well worth it. Alright, so this is the other side of the trail. Goes back to the Dun Point campground, whatever you want to call it. Not even totally sure where I am at the moment. I think we're okay. I know where I am. Here's the one good bathhouse in the entire campground. So they call this area the comfort station. Now both campground loops are just lined with a series of basically outhouses. But right here in the middle between the two campgrounds is this one comfort station, as they call it. Got nice bathrooms, showers, running water, flush toilets, hot water. It's got everything. So this is where you go if you need to clean up. Given the distance over here, best probably to drive. Unless you don't mind walking over a mile each way. All right, let's take a quick closer look at the comfort station here. You got a couple of dishwashing stations here. A little lending library. And you got several restrooms with showers. You each have your own private room. You don't have to worry about men or women's rooms. Just come in and grab a room. Close the door, lock it. Not a lot of light in here, but I guess it works. And then you get your basic facilities here. You get your sink, you got your toilet, you got a shower. And the best part about the showers is they're free. Just has a push button, which is kind of unusual, but I guess that makes it run for a certain amount of time and just shuts off, but no coin slot. So it's a free shower. Alright, onward. Now right across the road, which is where we came out of on that trail, that's the dumping station. You come in here to Merrill's Way. You got your dumping station area. First you get your potable water here. You get some fresh water, fill your fresh water tanks. And over here you got your dumping station itself. Have your tanks out. You got the non-potable water for cleaning your tanks with and things like that. So, simple, regular dumping station type setup. Okay, so when I first came down the trail, I saw that house over there. Got confused why there's a private house over here, but no, it's the manager's residence, as they call it. So that's what you'll find there. If you see a house there in the middle of the campground here, that's just the manager's residence. All right, we're going to continue on the trail now. Lily Bay Trail, Rowell Cove Campground. Another 0.8 miles. Alright, so this is the real other end of the trail. And this is the way down to the boat launch area for the Rowell Cove side of things. So let's go take a look at the boat launch area. See what that's like. It looks like a lot of the boat launches shut down already for the season. These don't look very functional. I suspect there's supposed to be a floor on here, and this is supposed to be out in the water. I think that's the floor, in fact. I would hazard a guess that this is probably the part of the floor system for those racks there. Looks like they're all out of the water for the season. Otherwise, would have been a great place to launch a kayak from. There's just a roadway over here. People can get access in here and get to these boat launches. Again, normally these would all be out in the water in rows, and you can come out here and launch your boat off of them, but we're at the end of the season till they've taken them out of the water before it freezes, I guess. It is going to be October tomorrow. And this is the boat ramp area. Vehicles to load and unload boats from the water from. You can pull down here and then you can hop onto the boat from the dock. Why these propane tanks are sitting here, I have absolutely no clue. Ramp on both sides, okay, very good. And you walk right out onto the dock here. Okay, we're at the Rowell Cove camping area. This is the one of two camping loops at the Lily Bay State Park. It's just standard fare campsites again. Picnic table, fire pit. Nothing too exciting. This is site number 2 right here. Nobody's here, so I'll give you a quick peek of what it's like over here. Not a bad little site, nice and level there. You can put a camper van in here nicely. Get your fire pit. And that's pretty much what you got here. Some simple sites. Most of them not on the water, but there are a few that have some water views. We'll get to those momentarily. That's site 7. Nice big site, lots of sunlight if you have solar panels. You get these little trails up to basically just outhouses. That's all that's up here, just a couple of outhouses. That's your toilets. And you got a dumpster for the campground loop over here. Trash and recyclables. Alright, we're in the main loop here now. This is campsite 10. Kind of a neat looking one. A lot of unoccupied sites right now, which is good. Got a cool fireplace, very similar to the fireplaces over at Bradbury Mountain State Forest. Yeah, this is campsite 12, and you can see it's kind of open, not very private. So, some sites are really close to each other, some are not, like campsite 13 over here, which you can see is occupied, but it's pretty much by itself over here. So I do suggest if you come here to take one of the outer loop campsites if you can. The inner loop, inside the loop ones are practically right on top of each other. This is site 14, and you can see more of the sites right on the other side of the loop over there. But then you get site 15 over here, which again, pretty well by itself over here. More outhouses for bathroom facilities. Up there is site 16. That's probably the best site on this loop here. Of course, it's occupied. But somebody has a jackery, by the way. Site 17 is pretty good too, right on the water. Well, the inside the loop site, site 18, right next to site 19. So yeah, if you want to be with a bunch of people, the inner loop ones are good. If you want to be by yourself, the outer loop ones are much better. In this area here, you got some hiking sites. You can park in this little parking lot and then hike down into your site. So if you want to do tent camping and you don't really want to be right next to your vehicle, you want to be more on the water, this is a good area. You got some porta pots over here, well, not porta pots, outhouses over here. I'm not going to go into any of the sites because they may be occupied, but park in here and you got all these various trails you can go down and get into the sites, and you even got chipmunks. so you get some nice views of the water here and some nice quiet campsites. 21, nice quiet site there. Unfortunately, they do allow generator use here, but at least during certain hours only. So you know me, I do not like generators. I like keeping things quiet. Okay, that's site 28 with a nice clear shot right down into the water down there. Well, that might be a good one if you want water access. And this looks like more parking area for more hiking sites. Yep, sites 39 through 41. So yep, another parking area for hiking sites. Some of the quieter inner loop sites like site 30. And again, these sites are pretty close to each other again. More of the hiking sites. 44 to 46. Now look at site 44, right on the water. That would be an awesome site to have if you wanted to do one of the hiking sites. 31 looks like a nice quiet site. It is one of the inner loop sites, but seems to be fairly quiet. And it looks like that's bringing us to the end of the loop now. Coming back up on the dumpster and that. So that's it. That's the tour of Lily Bay State Park. As usual, if you got any questions there, put them down in the comments below here, and I'll do my best to try to answer them. And I try to do a tour of every campground, so remember to hit that subscribe button too down there. And if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button too. I'd appreciate it. And I want to thank my supporters there who've helped me buy gas along the way. If you want to help me out, get me to more adventures like this one, buy me a gallon of gas. The link is down in the description there for it's buymeacoffee/LW. No, it's buymeacoffee.com. Buymeacoffee.com/LWWolf, as in Lone Wandering Wolf. And you can buy me a gallon of gas, and it just anything helps. So with that, thanks for watching. Remember, slow down and enjoy life, and we'll talk to you guys later.